Hi viewers, Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaskaram. You are watching Aha Namma channel. It's full and full education and entertainment. Watch the video carefully and learn it everything.
Hi students, good morning. How are you all? So last class we discussed about some extra word problems in probabilities. So today we move on to the new chapter, polynomials. So first you have to know what is meant by polynomials and what are the types. You have to know the definition of the polynomial. So first, definitions of the polynomial. The polynomial, it can be split as poly plus nomial. Poly means many, nomial means terms. So polynomial can be split as poly plus nomial. Poly means many and nomial means terms. So the definition is an expression which contains two or more term is called polynomial. An expression which contains two or more terms is called polynomial. Okay, I have to show the example. So example, 3x cube plus 4x square plus 2x plus 6. Here 4 terms is there. Already I told an expression which contains 2 or more term which is called polynomials. And an expression, what is mean by expression and what is mean by term. So one by one I have to explain the definition. First, term. A term is a number or variable or combination of both. A number in the sense it should be a constant. Okay, constant or number, variable or combination of both. We say it as a term. For example, 5. So 5 is a number and also we say it as a constant. The same way x is a variable. So 5 is one of the term and x is one of the term and 5x is also one of the term. It is the combination of constant and variable. Next we move on to the definition, expression. What is meant by expression? An expression consists of number of terms. An expression consists of number of terms. For example, 5x plus 2. 5x is one term and 2 is another term. So here 2 term is there. So we say it as this is one of the expression. And next we move on to the types of polynomial. Types of polynomial. So it can be classified into two ways. The one should be on the basis of terms and the basis of degree. So types of polynomial can be classified into two different types. One is on the basis of terms and the basis of degree. First I have to show what is on the basis of terms. So on the basis of terms it should be 3. One is monomial, binomial and then trinomial. So on the same way, on the basis of degree we say it as linear, quadratic, cubic. So I have to show one by one what is the explanation is, what is meant by basis of terms and what are the explanation is this, and the basis of degree and how you say this linear, quadratic, cubic. The first we move on to on the basis of terms. The first one is monomial. So here you have to see monomial can be split as mono plus nomial. The same way polynomial you have to split as poly plus nomial. Nomial means you know that nomial means terms, mono means one. So an expression which contains only one term is called monomial. For example, 5x, 2xy. So 5x, these are in a product, we say it as only one term, and 2xy. So here it's a combination of constant and variable and it cannot be separated with any expressions, any fundamental operations. So it 3 in a product. So 2xy we consider as only one term. So we say it as monomial. And next we move on to binomial. Binomial can be represented as bi plus nomial. So bi 2 term and nomial terms. So 2 terms. An expression which consists of 2 terms are called binomial. For an example, 5x plus 2, 3x square plus 2x. Here 5x is one term and 2 is another term. Why I have to say it different term? It's in between plus is there. So plus is the fundamental operation. So it can be split the term. So 5x is one term and 2 is another term. Totally 2 terms is there. Here 3x square is one term and 2x is another term. It can be separated by plus. It not only the positive symbol, it may be in a negative symbol also. So an expression which consists 2 terms are called binomial. Next we move on to trinomial. Now we see trinomial. Trinomial can be split as tri plus nomial. Already you know that nomial means terms. So tri in the sense it should be 3. So clearly you know that trinomial, it means 3 terms. So an expression which contains 3 terms are called trinomial. An expression which contains 3 terms are called trinomial. Now I show the example for this. X square plus 2x plus 3. Here you see x square is one of the term and 2x is another term and 3x is another term. So it can be splitted by plus. So 1, 2, 3. 3 terms are present in this expression. So we take it as trinomial. Next we move on the basis of degree. So before we seeing the types of polynomial on the basis of degree, what is mean by degree? So degree is nothing but highest exponent of the given polynomial expression. Degree is nothing but highest exponent of the given polynomial expression. So exponent means is nothing but power. So here you have to see 3x cube plus x square plus 5x plus 7. So here the power is 1, 2, 3. So 3 is the highest one. Here 3 is the highest power. Therefore degree of the polynomial is 3. So it's very simple. So degree is nothing but highest exponent of the given polynomial expression. So now we move on to the types of polynomial on the basis of degree. Already I show you the degree consists of 3 types. One is linear, quadratic and then cubic. So first we move on to linear. What is meant by linear? So linear polynomial, a polynomial of degree 1 is called linear polynomial. So an expression which contains only the highest power is 1, we say it as the degree is 1. If degree is 1, we say it as the linear polynomial. Here you have to see 2x minus 3, here 2 terms, but the power of x is 1. So this is the highest power. So degree of this expression is 1. So degree of expression is 1 in the sense it should be linear polynomial. The same way root 3x plus 5, here degree is 1, we say it as linear polynomial. Next we move on to quadratic polynomial. So now we see quadratic polynomial. So linear, it consists to one degree is 1. What is meant by quadratic? The same way a polynomial degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. It can be generally written as ax square plus bx plus c. It is the general form of quadratic equation. The same way the example 2x square minus 3x minus 2 by 5. So here 1, 2, so the highest power is 2. When the degree is 2, we say it as quadratic. So 1 means linear, 2 means quadratic. And next we move on to cubic polynomial. Already known as what is meant by cube. It should be expressed 3. So it's clearly the polynomial degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Generally it can be written as ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. The example 3x square minus 2x plus x minus 6. This is the example for cubic polynomial. And next we have see geometrical representation of zeros of a polynomial. So now I explain geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. Here I explain the first one is linear polynomial. Linear polynomial means you know that the degree it consists of 1. So in general ax plus b is the general form of linear polynomial. Here degree is 1. So it can the graph it should be y equal to ax plus b. It is a straight line. So linear polynomial always the graph is in a straight line. So it intersect exactly one point at x-axis. So it may be a horizontal line, it may be a vertical line. So it should be horizontal in the sense it should intersect only in the y-axis. It may be above on the x-axis, below on the x-axis. So it intersect exactly at one point means you have to show the graph. So in this straight line we say it as ax plus b, the general form of linear equation. It can be intersect at only one point. So here you know the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial. So in a 9th standard already you read about zeros of polynomial. So if x minus 2 is a factor, x equal to plus 2, that plus 2 is the zero of the polynomial. In the same way, here we have to find out the zeros of the polynomial while intersecting the point at x-axis, because the equation should be y equal to ax plus b. So it intersects how many points in x-axis? We say it as that point, that coordinate is the zeros of the polynomial. So now you see, in this straight line it can be intersect at only one point. So we clearly know that it has only one zeros of the polynomial. So the number of zeros is 1, as the graph intersect x-axis at one point. So it intersect only one point. So we say it as it has only one zeros. Next we move on to the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial in quadratic equation. So already I told a quadratic polynomial, its degree consists of 2. So for any quadratic polynomial, you know the general form ax square plus bx plus c. Here a is not equal to 0. The graph of corresponding equation, it can be y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, has one of the two shapes. What are the shapes? You see that either open upward or open downward. You see the shape is, it should be in a U shape, and it should be reciprocal of U shape. This is, we say it as open upward curve, and this one is open downward curve. So what is the name of this diagram? So it should be depending on a is greater than 0 or a is less than 0. This curve we say it as a parabolas. Now clearly you say that this is the basic form of, general form of quadratic polynomial. So the same way you know that equation y equal to ax square plus bx plus c, it happened the graph. That graph, it should be open upward curve or open downward curve, on the basis of the value a, it should be greater than 0 or less than 0. That curve we say it as parabolas. So zeros of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, previous x coordinate of the points. Already I told, in a linear equation we find out the zeros of the polynomial while that straight line intersect at the x-axis. So we consider the coordinate of the x-axis, we say it is the zeros of the polynomial. The same way here y equal to x square bx plus c is one of the equation. It intersect at the x-axis. It shows following three type of cases, because here you know that it may cut 2 point. So you know that ax power 2, the degree is 2, in means you have 2 zeros of polynomial. You need 2 zeros of polynomial. So it following 3 cases. First case, so case number 1, the graph cut x-axis at 2 distinct point a and a dash. You show the first diagram and second diagram. It should be open downward curve and it should be open upward curve. So the axis, you know that x-axis, y-axis, in open downward curve it should be intersected 3 points, 1, 2, 3, but we have to take for the zeros, it should be intersected x-axis. So you see a and a dash are the point intersected x-axis. The same way you have to see the second diagram. So it should be intersected 1, 2, 3, but our result we have to take only the x-axis. It mentioned a and a dash. So the x coordinates a and a dash are the zeros of polynomial, 2 zeros of the polynomial. So here the intersecting point is 2. We conclude 2 zeros of the polynomial. Next we move on to case number 2. So case 2, the graph cut x-axis at one point. So you have to see it should be open downward curve and it should be open upward curve. You have to see this curve touches x-axis at only one point A. In this graph also it touches only one point A. So A is the coordinate of the graph. So the x coordinate A is the only zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. It's clearly it should be only 1 0. And then another case 3. Here the graph is either completely above the x-axis, you see, above the x-axis, or completely below the x-axis. It should be below the x-axis. So it does not cut x-axis at any point. You have to see the first diagram. It should be completely above the x-axis. It cannot touches any one of the point in x-axis. The same way in the graph 2, it doesn't intersect at any point in the x-axis. It should be below to the x-axis. So what is meant by, so we conclude the zeros of the polynomial, a graph that parabola curve can be intersect at the x-axis. In how many points you have to calculate it, we have to say the zeros of the polynomial. Here in this 2 graph, this parabola curve doesn't intersect at any point. So the quadratic polynomial has no zeros. Okay children, today I have to explain about the polynomial definition and the types and how you have to represent the graphical geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial by linear and quadratic equation with the 3 such cases, case 1, case 2 and then case 3. In the next class I have to explain the example sums and exercise sums. You have to go through it thoroughly and have prepare well for your periodic test. I have to attach the worksheet on the basis of revision of the probability, and you have to go through the polynomial also. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching AHA நம்ம சேனல். இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா கமெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க, லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. மறக்காம இந்த சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணிட்டு பக்கத்துல இருக்கக்கூடிய பெல் பட்டனை ட்ரைன் தட்டுங்க.